Hello and welcome back to Gapeys Garden. I hope your season is off to a good start. I'm a little late getting my stuff planted, but I've been busy with my plant sale and the figs here in the greenhouse. But I did get a few things planted this week, and I thought I'd show you what I've got in the ground so far and give you a peek at what I still have left to do. Over here in our in-ground bed, I got a bunch of flowers planted. We've got 3 different varieties of amaranth along this side. We've got 3 different varieties of cosmos over on this side. And then this side I've got a mix of sunflowers. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 sunflowers in here, and those are the Van Gogh's mix from Sunflower Steve. And we've got a couple of zinnias. Those are the Precious Metals zinnias from Floret. There's another sunflower there. Then we've got our celosia, and I've got 4 different varieties of celosia here. Another sunflower there, and then some more of the Precious Metal zinnias. We've got some echinacea there that came back, and also some dahlias here that are starting to pop up. That's all that's planted so far in this bed. I've also got a few volunteers of potatoes that are popping up, but I'm planning on putting the squashes and melons in this in-ground area. We've got some overwintered kale here flowering and going to seed in this bed, but we've got our garlic here. They should be starting to put out some scapes here pretty soon. Actually, I think I see a scape coming out back there, or actually that might be an onion. Let's take a look. Could have had some overwintered onions that are flowering. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like this might be an onion because it's not actually in the row of garlic. So I think we've got an onion here. But we should start seeing some scapes coming out on some of the garlic. I'm seeing some grain here. That's probably from the straw that I put down as bedding. I need to get that pulled out. But we've got planted in this bed so far our lettuce. We've got a few different varieties. This is our Morton's mix. It's a variegated variety. This is one of my favorites. And then I've got some other ones here. This is just from a salad bowl mix. We got a few different varieties there from that. And that's pretty much it. That's in this bed. We've got our fig back here also that I just stuck in the ground a couple years ago. And it is just starting to put out some leaves. We did have some dieback at the very tip of this one. Maybe, I don't know, 4 inches or so. Not too bad. We got a few things planted in this bed. We got our onions and shallots in the ground the other day, so those are looking really good. We've got an overwintered stock flower. That was a surprise. I don't think I've ever had one overwinter before. And then we've got some more of that Morton's mixed lettuce over here on this end. I like to plant the lettuce on the edges of the beds so that they're kind of out of the way with whatever I plan to put in the ground in the middle. Got some overwintered radicchio that's starting to bolt. And check out this garlic. This stuff is massive. So this overwintered, and I should have harvested this a long time ago, but I didn't. And now it's sending out a big flower stalk. I just started preparing this bed for the tomatoes. We've got 8 tomato cages here set up for the cherry tomatoes. And we've got our tomatillos. These were getting really big, so I decided to go ahead and get those transplanted yesterday. So we've got one there and one there. In case you didn't know, you need 2 tomatillos to cross-pollinate in order to get fruit. They're so productive. I wish you could just have one, but you can't. So I've got 2 here with some a little bit bigger tomato cages here because they usually get pretty massive. But for tomato cages, for tomatoes, I actually use these Texas tomato cages that are super sturdy, and you can stack more on top of each other. So those will last me the season and they won't fall over. Also in the bed with our cherry tomato cages, we've got some more lettuce. This one is called spinach lettuce, so it kind of looks a little bit like spinach, but this one is a variety from Row 7 Seeds. I think it's an exclusive variety with them. This is my first year trying it, but so far it's doing pretty well. We've got some more over here looking really good, and then we've got some more lettuces and a few spinaches over here, and then we've got some beets that I just transplanted a few weeks ago, so they're still pretty small. And then I did plant some seeds over here that are just starting to come up. So this is, let's see, what is it called? Baby daikon. So this is the first time I've grown this, but they are just barely starting to pop up. You can see them here. So I'll probably be thinning those out here before too long, but I don't know, maybe the spacing is okay. They're about, I don't know, 1.5 inches or so apart. I'll have to look and see what the recommended spacing is for these. They're called baby daikon, so maybe they can be spaced closer than regular daikons. Now the last thing we have planted is in the other half of our asparagus bed. So a lot of the asparagus you can see has grown and turned into big ferns, but we still have a few that are popping up that are harvestable. So this is a nice one here. I'm going to harvest that today. And we've got a nice fat one right there. But over here on the other half of this bed, we've got our peas. So we've got some purple peas here that I got from Row 7 Seeds, and it looks like we've got our first flowers. So those should be producing some peas here pretty soon. We've got some more flowers over here, but I've got 3 plants here on this side and then 3 on the other side, and I'm growing them on this kind of A-frame trellis. We've got our lemon balm there, and we moved our beehives back here. We did have them over here next to our plum tree, but decided to move them over there. And then we've got our overwintered, let's see, those are the scallions or green onions. Those are getting ready to flower. We've got our fig tree back there. Hopefully we'll get a few Breba figs off of it. But that is, I think, all we have planted in the garden so far. Here is the row of starts that I still have left to plant. So we've got a bunch of flowers here, some straw flowers, and let's see, I think I've got some aster, nasturtium. This is a calendula, clarkia, nasturtiums, and then we've got some Swiss chard back there. We've got our kales, basil, celery, and parsley. Let's see, this is snapdragons, and a few tomatoes here. Got some eggplants. This is a start of champagne hollyhocks that I got from a friend. Marigolds, nicotianas, rudbeckias, gallardia, status. And then here's all of our tomatoes ready to go in the ground. And then all of our peppers are going to be going in the greenhouse. I'm going to have to kick our fig trees out of the greenhouse here pretty soon so I can get these planted. Here's our variegated one. That's our candy cane chocolate cherry. It's a really beautiful plant. And then here are our squashes. We've got some summer and winter squashes here. I have one more sunflower here that I need to figure out where to put that one. Then I moved our fig cuttings out of the greenhouse, so they're out here getting some sun. I hope you enjoyed the walk around the garden, seeing what I've got in the ground so far. And by the way, I am in Western Washington, Zone 8B, so it has been a little bit cool so far this season. The nights are still down in the 40s, which is not great for some of our summer-loving things like cucumbers and melons. So I do have those yet to plant, as well as all the other stuff that I just showed you. But I plan on getting most of this stuff in the ground over the next week or so. So hopefully by the time I get my next update out, everything will be planted. Let me know how your season is going. Do you have all your garden planted yet, or are you falling behind too? Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.